Hello students, welcome to e-learning session. Today we will start learning the Maratha War of Independence part 2. Let's start. Aurangzeb thought that if he won the Maratha territory, it becomes difficult for them to continue their rule. So their rule will come to end. With this thought, what he did? He laid siege to the Ramsej fort near Nashik. When he laid siege, his army, he called huge army to lay siege. And the Maratha soldiers were very less in number. These soldiers, in spite of difficulties, they fought continuously with Mughals. And this war continued up to 5 years. So Marathas fought, though they were very small in number, they fought bravely with Mughal army up to 5 years with great perseverance. Perseverance means what? In spite of difficulties, they fought continuously for 5 years. And this made realized to the Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb realized that it becomes difficult to win the Maratha territory because of the stiff resistance of Maratha army. Though the Marathas were a handful, the soldiers were very less in number, their bravery was unparalleled and their stiff resistance or the resistance offered by the Marathas made Aurangzeb to realize the difficulty to win the war against Marathas. Now we'll understand about Sambhaji Maharaj's campaign against Siddhi. First, we'll get idea about who was Siddhi. Siddhi came from Africa. So these some people, they migrated from Africa and settled at the coastal region of Maharashtra or Deccan, that is in Konkan region, and they became ruler of Janjira. So Siddhi was cruel by nature. So many times he looted his subject. When the crops were standing, they get ready for harvesting, he just burned that standing crops. He made atrocities. Atrocities means very cruel act. He was cruel to his subject. So in this situation, in such circumstances, started a campaign against him in 1682. Sabhasada has described him as a rat in the house. How that rat annoyed us. Like that, Siddhi started annoying Sambhaji Maharaj. So when he heard his atrocities against subjects, he decided to start a campaign against Siddhi. In 1682, his army laid siege to Siddhi's Danda Rajapuri fort and battered the fort of Janjira with the artillery. But at the same time, what happened? Mughal army, it entered or invaded the Swaraj. And when Sambhaji Maharaj heard this news, he had to abandon the Janjira campaign and turn back. Now, in which situation he abandoned the campaign? Siddhi and Mughal both were powerful enemies. When he decided or when he started campaign against Siddhi, he laid siege to Danda Rajapuri fort and then battered the fort of Janjira with the artillery. It means he decided to damage the fort, Janjira fort, and for this purpose he used powerful artillery to damage that Janjira fort in order to weaken the power of Siddhi. Due to this reason, it becomes difficult for Siddhi to win the war. But at the same time, Mughal army invaded Swaraj and Sambhaji Maharaj had to abandoned the Janjira campaign and turned back. Now we will understand Sambhaji Maharaj's campaign against the Portuguese. The Portuguese, they were ruler of Goa. So the Portuguese of Goa, they joined their hands with emperor against Sambhaji Maharaj. So Sambhaji Maharaj decided to teach a lesson to the Portuguese. So he attacked the Revdanda fort of Portuguese in 1683. So to counter this, the Portuguese laid siege to the Fonda fort of Marathas on the Goa border. The Marathas, they were handful in number, but they fought bravely. So they broke through the siege and attacked Goa. So in this battle, Yesaji Kank, he showed great valor. The Portuguese governor was wounded deeply and retreated. Retreated means to withdraw from the battle. So this governor who was deeply wounded, he decided to withdraw from the battle, but Sambhaji Maharaj followed him. So as a result, the Portuguese, they were in deep trouble. But at this time, Sambhaji Maharaj got the news that the Mughals had attacked South Konkan. So therefore, he had to abandon the winning campaign of Goa and return to fight with Mughals. As we know that Portuguese joined hands with Mughals to fight against Sambhaji Maharaj. So Sambhaji Maharaj, when heard about this, he was angry and he decided to start campaign against Portuguese and teach them a lesson. For this purpose, he laid siege to the Portuguese fort, that is Revdanda fort in Goa. So in turn, Portuguese also laid siege to the Fonda, which is at the border of Maharashtra and Goa. But though the Marathas were handful in number, they broke that siege and entered into that Goa territory. They fought bravely. At the same time, as I told you, Mughals joined hands, means Portuguese joined hands with Mughals to fight against Sambhaji Maharaj and to end the Maratha rules. These Mughals, they invaded Swaraj to save the Portuguese. When Sambhaji Maharaj heard this news, he had to abandon this winning campaign. Due to stiff resistance offered by Marathas, Aurangzeb did not succeed in his campaign against the Marathas. Therefore, he suspended the campaign. Suspended means stopped for certain period of time. Then he turned his attention towards the kingdoms of Adil Shah and Qutub Shah. For what purpose? To conquer their territories. And due to his huge army, he conquered against them. After winning the campaign against Adil Shah and Qutub Shah, the wealth and army of both the kingdoms was now acquired by the Mughals, and it made Aurangzeb even stronger, means more stronger than before. Then he concentrated all his power, his might on defeating the Swaraj. He attacked their territories from all sides, from Konkan side, from Goa side, from that Karnataka side, from every side, and he attacked their territories from all sides. So the Maratha army general Hambirao Mohite, he got killed during an encounter with Marathas, and as a result, the military power of Marathas got weakened. As Aurangzeb's power was tripled, not doubled, tripled. He was having huge money, he was having huge army. So he attacked Maratha territory from every side, and then the Maratha general was died in heroic death or met heroic death in this war, and the Maratha situation then becomes weakened. Though Sambhaji Maharaj was ruled only for 9 years and he was constantly engaged against that Mughals, Portuguese and Siddhis, even then his administration was considered excellent quality administration. He did not ignore his administrative responsibilities. Sambhaji Maharaj continued the prompt justice and revenue system which was characteristic of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Sambhaji Maharaj severely punished the landlords who harassed common people, who rebelled against the Swaraj. He gave administrative powers to Maharani Yesubai. He gave her own stamp. So, in the absence of Sambhaji Maharaj, when he was on the war front, at that time the administration was led by Maharani Yesubai. He continued the legacy of Shivaji Maharaj's welfare policies. Sambhaji Maharaj was a Sanskrit scholar. He also knew many other languages. He studied many ancient books on polity and wrote their gist in a book called as Buddha Bhushanam. Buddha Bhushanam was written or composed in Sanskrit language. As I told you, he was a Sanskrit scholar. So the second chapter of this book, it discusses polity, which includes information about virtues of a king, how to behave. So the king, prime minister, princess and their education and functions. Then advisors to the kings, forts and goods and material needed on a fort. The army, the duties of a king, espionage, etc., etc. What is meant by espionage? Espionage means the practice of spying by using spies. In Hindi we called it as jasusi. So this second chapter of Buddha Bhushanam, it discusses about polity. It means it discusses about kings, how to behave that kings with subjects also, with relatives, with other kings also. This second chapter, it also discusses about the behavior of prime minister, then advisors to the king, then behavior of princess, their education, etc., etc. Now we'll understand about death of Sambhaji Maharaj. So Aurangzeb was trying very hard to defeat Sambhaji Maharaj. So he had placed Mukarrab Khan in charge of the Kolhapur province. Mukarrab Khan, when learned that Sambhaji Maharaj was at Sangameshwar in Konkan, he raided the place and captured Sambhaji Maharaj. When Sambhaji Maharaj was taken to the emperor, he faced him fearlessly. How Mukarrab Khan was able to capture Sambhaji Maharaj? It was because of the person who shows treachery with Sambhaji Maharaj. So with only for some purpose, he told where Sambhaji Maharaj was residing, and as a result, Mukarrab Khan was able to capture Sambhaji Maharaj. Sambhaji Maharaj was made captive by using very heavy iron chain, and when he was taken to the emperor, Sambhaji Maharaj faced the emperor fearlessly. By the emperor's orders, he was brutally put to death on 11 March 1689. So this Maratha Chhatrapati did not compromise his self-respect and faced his death nobly and bravely. The Marathas took inspiration from his sacrifice and intensified their fight against the Mughals. Students, here we are finishing today's session. We will meet in next session. Till then, bye.